Welcome to Virtual Learning Lab. Today we'll be discussing on data types, variable and constants. Now, what is data type? Data type in C Programming Language refer to an extensive system used for declaring variable or function of different type. The type of variable determine how much space it occupies in storage and how the bit pattern storage is interpreted. The category of data type can be categorized into four key types: basic, it is integer and floating type, fixed and floating values. Then enumerator types, the type void means null value, no value we are returning. We'll be discussing void in subsequent sessions. Derived types are the category which is created based on the earlier types like pointers, array, structure, union and function types. So we'll be discussing this in subsequent sessions. In integer types, we can see we can divide type like character char of 1 byte, unsigned char, signed char, int, unsigned int, sort, unsigned sort, long, unsigned long. Depending on the value which you are going to store, you can declare the you can use the data types. In floating points, we are saying float 4 byte, 6 decimal places, double we are saying 15 decimal places, long double we are saying 19 decimal places. We'll be discussing subsequent sessions. Now variables is a very important concept in programming language. Variable is nothing but a name given to a storage area that our programmer or program can manipulate. Each variable in C has a specific type which determine the size and the layout of variable's memory, the range of value that can be stored within the memory, and set of operation that can be applied to a variable. Means if you want to go for the arithmetic operation, you must go for the int data type. Int means integer type data types. You want to store name, address and all, you can use char type variable. The subsequent is if you want to make currency and all, you can use float and double data types. The name of variable can be composed of letter, digits and underscores. It must begin with either letter or underscore. Upper and lowercase letters are distinct because C is case sensitive. Defining variable, the syntax of defining variables, that we have to first define which type of value we are going to store and the name of variable. Likewise, say int is the type of data we are going to store. Name of variable is age and roll number. Same like char, single char storage, the name of the variable. Float is the type of data. Say budget or salary. Doubles, budget variance is the name of the variables. This int, char, float and double are data types, and age, roll number, single char store, budget, salary, budget variance are the name of variables. Initializing or assigning initial value to variable can be done likewise. Say type variable name equal to the value which you are going to assign. Like suppose I want to store 22 in the age variable name of type integer. I should like int age equal to 22. Same like we can go for char, float and all. For users of variables, now first time we are going to use the placeholder specifiers. If you can see here in printf, we are saying we are using some place specifiers like %d, %c, %f. Each d, c and f are carrying the respective type of value which we are going to print via printf. For example, %d got replaced by value of integer variables, c for character, f for float, LF for double variables, So like we have s o x n, subsequent /n is for new line. User data types variables. Say suppose declare int variable age and flashing a message enter is scanf is a new function which you're seeing here. Scanf is a function for getting data from user end. I'm saying getting data from user. I'm storing in ampersand. Ampersand is signifying the address. I'm storing data in address of age. Means whatever user is entering numerical, I'm trying to store in the age variable. %d indicate that I'm storing integer value. Printf, I'm saying the value whichever the user has entered, I want to print it. Of values of integer type, that's why I'm saying %d. So here you have to notify three things. One is the scanf, new things for you, and the %d indicating integer type value, and ampersand sign. Ampersand sign is for signifying it's we are referring the address of age variable, which is here. I'm getting the value of this by referring the age variables. I'm saying I'm printing age entered is %d age. That's it. Let's see one example, that will be better clear to you. Say hash include stdio.h void main clscr get ch is the basic structure which we used to go for. I'm declaring one variable, say int age. I'm prompting one message for user, say enter your age. I'm using scanf function for storing integer type value in age variable. After getting value in the age variable, I'm printing it back to user. Age entered is the type of integer. I'm using %d, then the variable name. You can compile it using compile. You indicate two errors are there, so let me see. clscr. Okay, I have to first save it in .c file. I'm saying chapter3.c file. Let me compile it. One error is there. Declaration is not allowed. Okay, declaration should be the first thing in the program. I'm just again compiling it. So errors you can rectify. So now we have 0 error. Now you can run it. Size is 34. The age entered is 34. So now you can understand the program. We are saying first we say include stdio, the header file which used for defining the basic functionality of printf and scanf. Int age is a variable which we declare of integer type. First prompt a message for user for entering age. Scanf function for reading the input entered by user. Storing value in age variables, so I specify in the address of sign. And then %d is indicating that I'm storing the integer value. And after getting a value, I'm reprinting again to user. So that's enough in this chapter. We'll be discussing further topics in subsequent sessions. Have a nice day.